Need more? Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Keep going. Go on. What you got? How many in your hand? Alright, drop them back in here. Alrighty. Okay, now take your finger, push them down half a knuckle and cover them up. Alright, not too deep. Very good. Very good. Going on YouTube, this is your Backyard Gardener. Today is May 18th, 2016, and we are in the backyard. Today is a real exciting day for me because today I'm able to put my seeds down and start things going. I think we are at our last frost period in Michigan, and I'm super excited about that because I've been waiting for this moment. It was much anticipated. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to put some strike bush beans. I told you about this variety by Sustainable Seeds that I order every year. I really like this variety because it is, you know, the plants just be loaded. So we're going to put some of these down. I got my nephew working in the garden this year with me again. So let's do this. Come over here, Jay. So when I do my strikes, I normally go down knuckle deep. Maybe the second knuckle because my hands are short. So we'll say 6 inches, just a knuckle deep. Take a seed, drop it in. 6 more inches, knuckle deep, drop it in. Not real deep, it's not necessary. Drop it in, drop it in, and so on and so forth. So let's leave that, and I'm going to show you some other things that's going in the garden, and we'll come back and finish that. Right here is my raspberry plant. I came out here yesterday just to take a little walk around the garden because it's very therapeutic for me. And I noticed that I'm starting to get flower buds. And flower buds oftentimes, excuse my hand, flower buds oftentimes mean fruit. I'm getting on this raspberry plant. I'm also getting it on this raspberry plant. So I'm excited about that. Might have some raspberries this year. Also, my blueberry plant is looking real healthy. I'm not expecting anything from my thornless, but I just wanted to be super healthy. In the next year or two, I will start producing fruit off of here. We're going to fill this container up with soil because Friday I'm going to go and get my cucumber plants, and we're going to plant this, which will be my straight A's. The strawberries is coming along pretty good. They haven't greened up yet, but I'm keeping them watered, and I'm hopeful. This bush back here is my lavender bush. Once that bush starts to turn, get the lavender flowers coming on, those bees and those butterflies start to come in because it attracts pollinators, and it starts to pollinate my garden. So I'm looking forward to that growing every year because it helps my garden. It helps bring on the bees and the butterflies because those two things are welcome in my garden. We have the blueberry bush. We still have our blueberries, but very soon I'm going to build some type of trellis. Well, not a trellis, but some type of system where I can put bird netting over all of my barrel plants. to protect them from the birds, because the birds will eat all your berries and they'll eat them quick overnight. You'll come out here and they're gone. One thing that I've learned last year in going into my watermelons, and you might wondering, what is this she has? This is my cage that I built. I'm not finished with it. I still got to put the rest of the netting on, the rest of the top and the sides. But the reason why I built this cage was because last year I grew 15 watermelon plants. And out of 15 plants, I might have got 3 watermelons. I didn't grow 15 watermelon plants. I grew 15 watermelons. Came from my plants. And I was able to only get 2 or 3 watermelons. My nephew Jay, what happened to your watermelon plants last year? Your little brothers and the squirrels got them. Yeah. So we got to keep little brothers and squirrels out of me and Jay's garden. So we built this yesterday. It's nothing fancy. It's just some wood strips, pieces of 1/4-inch PVC piping, and this net fence over it. And I think that's going to do the trick. And we're going to staple it down to the ground. And it's not heavy, so if I have to come out to harvest, all I have to do is basically lift it up, take it off or whatever. But the thing about it is, once I put my plants in Friday, I'm going to take this off. I'm going to sit it over another part of the yard. But once the fruit sets and my vines start to come out, that's why it's so long. My vines start to come out and growing. Then I'm going to put this back over it to protect them from the squirrels, the birds, and my other little nephews that like to come out and be excited and get watermelons. So this is what's going on in the garden. I'm going to fill up this bed, and we're going to put our watermelons in there Friday. We're going to go on a road trip Friday too, because I'm going to take you to the vendor that I get my plants from, because I don't start my plants from seed. Some of my plants, like my watermelon and my cucumbers, I don't start them from seeds. I buy them from a vendor. So I'll take you on a little road trip with me, show you what I get. I got to get my tomato plants. I got to get my bell pepper plants, and I also have to get me either banana pepper or jalapeno. I'm not sure which one I'm going to get. It's probably going to be jalapeno. I'm sorry. It's probably going to be banana peppers, because I really don't like too hot of a pepper. So I'm so super excited because it's warm outside. It's going to be warm tomorrow, the next day. I think our frost period is over. An interesting question came across my across one of my vlogs, and it was saying, one of my subscriber asked me why I choose container garden over, I guess, basically she was saying over underground garden, and why I don't do underground garden as well. And I told her that the reason why I personally don't do underground garden is because I like to be able to control my soil. And having a raised bed or container garden, I'm able to do that. I'm able to control my soil. I've been living in my home for about 22 years here. And over the years, maybe about 10 years ago, maybe not even that long, maybe 6 years ago, the city had found that our soils around here had lead in them. So this neighborhood had a class action suit against the city for all the lead that was in the soil and that had blown up on buildings because it travels, it's airborne type of thing. And a lot of people's soil was, their grass was replaced by soil, but mine wasn't replaced because they say it didn't come that far down the street, but 2 houses down theirs did. So I'm really not feeling that whole lead situation. Our body goes through enough with trying to fight off different germs, different diseases. We got to deal with just so much because of the things that enter into our bodies and illness. So that's one of the reasons why next year I'm gonna start going organic. Because to be honest with you, with all these other potting mixes that I buy from these big companies, I don't know what they putting in their soil. So if I go organic, I'm gonna trust and believe that what's in there is totally organic material. And I'm also gonna start composting this year for next year, and build me a compost bin. So it just, I thought it was a really good question, and I wanted to explain that to you all, because also I'm scared of worms, but worms are a good thing in your garden, because I have to buy some worm casting, and if I'm going to do a compost bin, I'm going to need worms. So we're going to see how that work out. I think my nephew can handle that because I'm pretty scared of them. But it's a beautiful day. Gardening is very therapeutic. You know, it's the cheapest form of therapy, and you get tomatoes. So I'm really glad to be in the garden today, putting down my strike bush beans. I'm gonna put down some king lima beans, pole beans that I bought from Sustainable Seed Company. Uh, just being able to be out here is a beautiful thing. You know, we take a lot for granted. Sometimes as people, we just forget to slow it down and smell the roses. I'm not promoting any companies. It's just that if I find a company that I like to buy my seeds, I pass it on to somebody else. I buy my stuff. They don't send me anything free. Actually, they did send me one pack of seeds free, but that was a bonus pack because I bought 4 packs. But I don't even remember what it was because, oh, it was lima beans, and I don't even eat lima beans, so I gave them to my brother. But you know, if I find something that I'm interested in, I'll tell somebody else so that they can get into it. Even in channels, a lot of times on my channel, I'll say something about another channel, or how great that channel is as far as the different gardeners, so that you can get a different aspect of gardening. We have container gardeners, we have traditional gardeners, we have raised bed gardeners, we have gardeners that garden on their patio, garden on their deck. And I think it's awesome because that's just a way that we can see that you actually can pretty much garden anywhere that you may have just a little bit of space. You know, and that's something that we need to get into. So again, this is your backyard gardener just coming to you today with a gardening update. We're going to finish planting these seeds and water them in, water some of these bushes, water my strawberries, and I want everyone to have a beautiful day. Happy gardening, everyone.